You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. Your words and your works will always be misaligned if you're not in divine alignment with your divine assignment. It takes a personal assessment to do that. What does that look like? Let's talk about being a man of your word. How to align your words with your works. Oh, I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? I hope you're having a great day in a great way. Come on, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Yes, family, hit the thumbs up button on the video. While you're doing that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well. We're going to have a courageous conversation of illumination. In order to do that, let's light it up in here. Come on, let's brighten it up. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. As a matter of fact, come on, drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Let's light it up. Y'all know we too lit to quit. You know it. Let's stay lit. We are the light of the world. I want to talk today about being a man of your word. Yeah, that's what I want to talk. Being a man of your word, how to align your words with your works. And here's the thing. Being a man of your word can transform the world. It is Aristotle who mentioned the whole aspect that it's not just about changing the world. It's about changing your world. And the way that you're able to change the world is by first changing your world. Yeah. And you do that with the words that you say. You do that with the life that you live. You do that through the works of what it is that you exude. Because being a man of your word is about living a life of character to where your works align with what it is that you say. Come on, family, type man of your word. Man of your word. And here's the thing. Few things are more powerful than a man who aligns his words with his works. Nothing is worse than people who say they're going to do something and they don't do it. They say they're going to be here and they don't show up. They say they're going to do this or that and they don't come through. Because of how they're feeling, because of this, that, and the other, because of whatever it is that is going on in their own head or their mind or in their own life. They say one thing and then they do another. Few things are more powerful than a man who actually does what he says he's going to do. Because here's the thing. If your words can't be trusted, you can't be trusted. It's going to get tight in here, but we're going to get it right in here. Being a person who knows that at the end of the day, all I got is my word. It's all I got. You tell your children, hey, you know what? I know, yeah, your mother and I may not be together, but it's not going to stop me from being in your life. I'll see you on Friday at XYZ time. And you show up. Right? You're not making any excuses. Can't do it, da-da-da, this, that, the other. Not an emergency situation to where you don't show up. But no. My word is my bond. Family, type word is bond. Type word is bond. Type word is bond. My word is my bond. I'm going to do what it is that I'm saying I'm going to do. Because here's the thing, especially when it comes to children, you saying one thing and you're going to do another. Now, it plants seeds of doubt. It plants seeds of mistrust. It plants seeds to where, listen, I don't believe that what people say and what they do are going to connect. You're letting it go in one ear and out the other. And here's the thing, it sets a precedent for relationships. Because now you don't trust anybody. Now you don't believe that people are going to actually do what they say they're going to do. Now you basically want to throw a party for somebody who actually comes through on the word of what it is that they said and they actually own up to it, live up to it, and see it to fruition. As a man, we got to be the type of individuals who come through on what we say we're going to do. This kind of man, a man who is a man of his word, is reliable. He's trustworthy. He's faithful. He will perform on what it is that he has promised. What I love about God is that Scripture says God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. He doesn't have to take back what he said. Promises of God are yea and amen. He is a man of his word. And as men, kingdom men, that's how we got to align our life like that. If I say one thing, I'm going to do it. If I make a promise, I'm going to keep it. If I commit to this particular thing, I'm going to see it through to the end. Why? Because I'm a man of my word. Word is bond. My words and my works are connected. It hurts me to do it. A lot of things came up in my life. Day doesn't seem to be going the way that I wanted it to go, but I understand this. Every day may not be perfect, but every day has purpose. Didn't get all the sleep that I wanted to the other night before because I was working too hard and this, that, and the other, and everything didn't seem like it was going to roll the way that I wanted it to roll. But here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to make any excuses. Family, just type no excuses. No excuses. Why? Why are there no excuses? There's no excuses because I'm moving from excuses to execution. How do I move from excuses? How do I move from excuses to execution? This is not rocket science, family, but let me give it to you. The way you move from excuses to execution is by making a decision. Let me give it to you right here. HTA, Hard Truth Alert, HTC, Hard Truth Conversation. This is your D-Day. This is your decision day. If I say I'm going to be at the specific place at the specific time and this, that, and the other, I'm going to show up. I'm going to meet you here. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there at the meeting. I'm going to come to the event. Yep, I know it's 6 months from now. I know it's a year from now. But I gave you my word. You heard? Because at the end of the day, all I got is my word. I am going to perform on that which I have promised. If I say I'm going to work out 5 days a week, that's what I'm going to do. You're used to your morning workout, but the day didn't go the way it was supposed to go. So guess what? You're still working out even in the evening because you're going to come through on what it is that you promised. You're going to deliver. Come on, family, type deliver. Type deliver. Going to come through on the promise of what it is that you made. Going to deliver on it. Can y'all hear me out there? Got to deliver on it. If I made the promise, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to bring it to fruition. Because being a man of your word, I need you to hear me on this. Being a man of your word is about standing on your standards. If you don't have any standards as a man, you will be void of self-control. That's what will happen. If you don't have any standards as a man, you're not going to be able to walk in the place of what it is with your purpose and your plan. So what does that mean? You got to have some principles. You got to have certain things in your life that you refuse to acquiesce on. You're not going to allow people to control you or to manipulate you or to distort what it is when it comes to your particular vision, your purpose, and your plan. If you don't have any standards as a man, you will always be void of self-control. And here's what Proverbs says. A man that has no self-control is like a city that is broken down and without walls. What does that mean? Let's make it practical. Let me give you the principle. It's imperative to have and create healthy boundaries. It's imperative as a man to be emotionally intelligent. It's imperative to be self-aware. It's imperative to be accountable. It's imperative to be faithfully focused. It's totally imperative for that. Got to be accountable. You have to be self-aware. Oh yeah, family, type self-aware. Type self-aware. Got to be self-aware. I have to take, in order to be self-aware, here's what I got to do. Here's what you have to do. You have to take particular personal inventory. Got to take personal inventory. Because here's the thing, daily, day after day, we are enduring the extraordinary stress. We're enduring the extraordinary stress of ordinary life in an unjust society. Life continues to become ever so challenging. And here, as a result of it, we begrudgingly expect disappointment. So much so that we are not surprised when somebody doesn't come through on what it is that they promised. On the contrary, we're surprised if they do. Keeping your word is a win for you. Well, this seems to be, one of the basic bare bone necessities. It should be. But most people do not keep their word. Well, yeah, I'm going to be there. And you're trying to find them in the daytime with a flashlight. And you're wondering where they are because they said they would serve in a leadership position. They would serve in a leadership capacity. And now here's what you got to do. You got to find somebody to fill in the void. You got to fill in the gap. Simply because what they said they would do and what they're actually doing, or lack thereof, there's a misalignment with their words and their works. Family, I'm glad that we are in a community right here, of people who align their words with their works. Why? Because this is our channel for change. This is our channel that creates change. This is our channel that breaks chains. Come on, family, type hours. Type hours. Shout out to all of our members in the chat. That's why it's so colorful in here. That's why it's so colorful up in here, up in here. Simply because you all have secured a badge. I know you want to secure the bag, but go ahead and secure the badge. Secure the badge so that you can get in proximity. You get access to Connor's Corner. Got a lot of content in Connor's Corner that I want you to check out. Behind the scenes footage, exclusive footage that you're not going to see on the YouTube channel, that you're not going to see on my social media. once you check it out in Connor's Corner, it's the exclusive members only area on YouTube. Unlock VIP, royalty, OQP. Go ahead, get a badge now. As you can see, I am wearing my Eagles apparel. Yeah, and whenever I got this on, that means we got class tonight. Right after this, we got class. I want you to be a part of our amazing session tonight. Yeah, we develop your spiritual gifts in our Eagles community. We develop your purpose, your emotional intelligence, your relational intelligence. Really just the whole gamut of who it is that you are. We're showing you how to soar into success and greater purpose. Join us. Time for you to step into who it is that you are. Go right now, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. We're talking about being a man of your word, how to align your words with your works. People promise one thing today and do another thing tomorrow. They fly by the seat of their pants. They have no direction. Here's the thing. Most people can't come through on the promise that they made to you because they can't come through on the promise that they make to themselves. Well, you upset because they said one thing and do another. But they do that with themselves. That's what they do. And since they do that with themselves, why would you expect them to do anything contrary of what they do to themselves? The promise that they make to you that they don't keep is indicative of the promises that they make to themselves, but they don't keep. Yeah. So here's what they do. They live their life being consistently inconsistent. Oh, they're consistent, all right. Family, just type consistent. Type consistent. They are consistent, all right. They are consistently inconsistent. They say one thing and they do another. Because here's the thing. Indecision is a decision. Some people are only consistent with being inconsistent. Isn't that something? If you can't remain beholden to your standards personally, you will never be able to uphold them collectively with anybody. Are you hearing me? Listen, family, I got a special message in the midst of this special message. I want you to stick and stay. More is coming your way. On the other side of this break, there's more breakthrough. I guarantee you. I promise you this. After these messages, I'll be right back. Family, listen and lean in. Don't you think it's time to grow your greatness? No, seriously. It's just us talking. If you intend to soar, you need to visit theeaglesacademy.com/store. Why? Because I want you to join my mailing list. I want you to get all the solutions, the strategies, and the systems to write that best-selling book. You know it's in you. You know it's your time. Time to cultivate your communication skills. Develop, learn the art of communication. So much more. Visit theeaglesacademy.com/store so you can soar. Yes, y'all. And we don't stop. Come on. I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about being a man of your word. Yeah. How to align your words with your works. What does that look like? It really speaks to the whole aspect of accountability and sustainability. There is no sustainability, much less productivity. Living a life proficiently, sufficiently, without any accountability. And here's the thing, too often, and to our detriment even, we often seek a partner before we have even partnered with our purpose. Partnering with your purpose is, yeah, you got to be a person of your word. You got to be a man of your word. You got to be a woman of your word as well. Woo! Sure do. Well, I just want him to do what he say he gonna do. Well, what about you? Are you? Can't expect anybody, can't hold anybody to a certain standard that you won't uphold yourself. If you don't know who you are, why would anyone else want to know who you are? And here's what I do. Here's what I discover. I discover who it is that I am in the places that forge my character. I discover who it is that I am. When I am forged through the fire, I discover who it is that I am. When I don't allow my feelings to get in the way. But I'm going to make a way out of no way. Because God made a way for me. I'm going to make sure that I come through. Because I'm going to be committed to my commitment. That's what being a man of your word is about. I got to be committed to my commitment. Certain questions that you got to ask yourself. Are you comfortable in your own company? Can you really be alone and not lonely? Do you love yourself in the skin that you're in? Do you only see yourself as handsome or beautiful when somebody compliments you? Learning to love yourself will protect you from those who don't value you. Learning to love yourself puts you in the particular place to where now you're able to hone in and focus on your focus. Come on, family, type that. Focus on your focus. Focus on your focus. How many promises have you made to yourself that you still won't come through yet on? If you really love you, you're going to do for you what you know you need to do. Yeah, do you know what one of the acts of self-love is? Setting a standard for yourself, making a promise for yourself, and then you're coming through on it. Self-love speaks to more than affirmations. Self-love speaks to action. You keep talking about, how many years have you been making this promise about writing that book? Was it going on 4 or 5 years? You still haven't put the pen to paper yet. Or you did and you quit. Quit quitting, stop stopping. You made this promise to yourself that you were going to get it done that year passed. Come on. You told yourself that you were going to start that business in 2016, in 2022. You told yourself XYZ. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Still haven't done it. Are you being a man of your word? Are you being a woman of your word? Are you setting parameters in your life and creating healthy boundaries for yourself to where you're not going to allow yourself to be distracted no matter how many people are trying to pull you away from your goal and your dream? No matter how many distractions that are out there, no matter how many parties are going on and events that are going on and concerts that are going on. Are you going to develop singular focus? Family, type laser. Laser focus. Laser focus. How many times you gonna watch? You know, you're gonna go to the game and go to the concerts and watch everybody else win. When you gonna get yours? When you gonna get your W? When you gonna stop taking L's and turn the losses into lessons? Turn the losses into leadership. Turn the losses into leveraging. Turn the losses into self-love. Not being a liability, but being an asset to yourself. Come on, real talk. What are you doing to be a person of your word? Family, type VIP. Yeah, go ahead, get a VIP badge. Go ahead, get a royalty badge. Go ahead, get an OQP badge. Tap the join button on the YouTube channel. Go get it. VIP, very important person. But you also have a very important purpose. For some of us, it's hard to be a man of our word. For some of you, it's hard to be a woman of your word because you never saw anybody Be a person of their word. Your father made promises to you that he never fulfilled. Mother made promises to you that she never came through on. And now you absorbed all of that and patterned yourself after that. Time to break the pattern. Time to break the habit. Time to break out of what keeps you bound and what keeps you broken. Time out for making all of the excuses as to why it won't work. And now it's time to build upon the promise that you made to yourself. What promises are you making yourself when it comes to your spiritual development? What promises are you making to yourself when it comes to your financial goals? You already said you were going to save this amount of money and you spent that. What promises are you making to yourself when it comes to your emotional wellness and your mental health? What promises are you making to yourself when it comes to your relationships? And it comes to your physical health and your nutrition and your particular wellness? Told yourself that you're going to stop eating Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme every day. Or a certain amount of time per week. And you keep going. And then you're mad about your cholesterol being up. Doctors telling you that certain arteries are clogging. But here's the thing. The only person that you can be mad at is not Krispy Kreme, is not Dunkin' Donuts. You have a choice to make. Decision. Am I going to make the choice that's going to push me further or pull me farther away from where it is that I need to be? You got to make that particular choice. And it moves me into a place of accountability. That I'm locking my words with my works. Think about this. As men, we know all the data on our favorite athletes. We know all the data on anything and everything like that with ourselves. But do you know the data on yourself? Do you have the statistics on yourself? What assessment am I making in my own particular life? What assessment and what investment am I making in myself? Got the data on everybody else. Got the data when you go to the date. But do you have the data on you and what God placed inside of you? Yeah, I'm talking about your goals. I'm talking about your purpose. I'm talking about your destiny. I'm talking about your dreams. I'm talking about your vision. I'm talking about you going deeper beyond what people are doing socially. I'm talking about you going deeper beyond the hottest celebrity and what's monetary. You can't put a price on the power of your self-development. You can't put a price on the power of your mentality. You can't put a price on the power of being a man or a woman of your word. And here's the thing. Don't expect people to do for you what you won't do for yourself. Sis, when was the last time you bought yourself flowers and were as excited as if somebody gave them to you? Bro, when was the last time you treated yourself to dinner without a female companion? Without going out with your homeboys? When was the last time you put the spotlight on you and treated you and took care of you, found the value in you? You spending time to get to know undiscovered gifts and goals and dreams and things in your life that you have not done a personal assessment on. Get to know you so you don't lose yourself in someone else too. Do you give yourself time for solitude? Do you give yourself time for silence to be introspective? Do you take the time to mute the noise around you so you can hear the voice of God speak to you? I get it. Sometimes silence can be so loud. But here's what you can't do. You can't avoid it. You have to embrace it. Self-improvement, self-development is only relegated as something that women should do. And that's not true. Why is that? Because it's for us as men too. As men, we have to hold ourselves accountable. As men, we have to be a man of our word. Because that accountability is a personal investment. That accountability brings about personal sustainability. What does it say about us as men? I want to challenge you on this. I want to challenge you on this. Family, just type challenge. Type challenge. What does it say about us as men if women are taking courses online, but we're just sitting at home playing video games online? Hello, somebody. Too often, we're playing games while women are accomplishing goals. Bruh, she can't be the only one who is victorious and virtuous. She can't be the only one who's virtuous and victorious. We also have to be faithful. We have to be focused. We as men have to make substantive progress. Don't get me wrong. Nothing is wrong with playing the PS5. Nothing is wrong with being on your Xbox and engaging in recreation from time to time. Just don't neglect the work. Just don't neglect study. Just don't neglect personal revelation, because the only time play comes before work is in the dictionary. You got all the data on your favorite athletes. You got all the data on your teams. You know how many touchdowns. You know how many points. You know how many assists. You know how many rebounds. You know how the number of a certain player. You know how much the team tallied. We know how much we want to make and have in the bank. We know how many push-ups we completed. Come on, as men, we know. We know how much weight we bench pressed at the gym. We know how long we ran at the track. We even know the measurements of the kind of woman that appeals to our eyes. Y'all don't want to talk to me. However, what are we doing to measure up by being a man of our word? I want to ask you, how much time are you actually investing in your personal development? I'm not just talking about solely. I'm not just talking about externally. I'm talking about internally. Are you taking time to take care of your mental health? How are you developing your emotional and your relational intelligence? Are you calculating the decisions that you make? You know about the touchdowns, but what are you doing to touch down to tap into the real you? You know how to turn up, but what are you willing to do to touch down? Because it's not what people think of you, but I'm talking about the authentic version of you. What personal points have you itemized to address and confess? My brother from another mother, King, who do you still need to forgive? How are you handling your mother wounds and your father wounds? From childhood to your attitude and the need for greater gratitude. Who are you assisting and who is assisting you in your personal development? In the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Men need mentors. Man means to manage. Man means to maintain. Man means to manifest. Man means to use God's manual. Man means that I have a mantle. And you can't manipulate me out of my God-ordained identity and destiny. Are you rebounding from relationship to relationship? Are you taking the time, as people say, in between jobs, in between blessings, in between relationships, to actually be okay being alone and being single? Because your singleness is not a curse. Here's what I want to ask you. Are you confusing the desire for sex with the need for intimacy? Into me see. allowing somebody to actually see into you and actually relate to who it is that you are you going to pause? Are you going to reflect? Are you going to take the time to listen to your heavenly coach? These are the kind of questions that I'm giving you that give you direction. Listen, as I'm talking to you, I'm also assisting you too. You got to do that particular personal inventory. You prayed, Lord, bless me with a wife. But here's what you don't want to be. You don't want to be a husband who is unprepared for your future wife who is prepared. Family, type look within. Type look within. I got to look within to begin again. I got to look within and ask myself, why is it that I'm not upholding the standard that I set for myself? You got to look within and ask yourself, why is it that I'm not being a man of my word? What triggers me? What are the traumas that are unaddressed in my life? What are the triggers and the trauma? The TNT, explosive things in my life. Why am I only modeling myself after that which was negative versus that which is positive? I got to look at the man in the mirror in order to see my vision clear. Got to get to the particular place that I'm changing my world based upon my words, and not just my words, but my works. Your words create your world. What you speak into the atmosphere will appear. Your future or your funeral is on the tip of your tongue. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Speak well of yourself. Speak life over your life. Despite what people have said about you, despite what people have said to you, and the negative words and the negative phraseology and the negative philosophy that in many cases you have imbibed, every word curse over your life is broken. You're a man of your word. You're a man that uplifts. You're a man with character. You're a kingdom man with a plan. You're a kingdom man who's a visionary. You're a kingdom man who's bringing unity. Why? Because you're connected to the God who is a man of his word. He's not a man that he should lie. Here it is. What is he? The author and the finisher. A lot of us have authored certain things in our lives, but we haven't finished it. Yeah, you develop certain things. Yeah. It's a praise party going on. You wrote down the blueprint for the book. You wrote down the blueprint for the business, but you didn't finish it. Come on, family. Type finish. Type finish. This is the season to finish. This is your season for seizing. This is the season to finish. This is the season to complete it. He will perfect those things that concern you. He's going to perform it. You're going to complete it. You're going to complete the book. You're going to complete the assignment. You're the man of your word. You're a man of your word. You're a woman of your word. There's the season that if you say it, you're going to do it. You're committed to your commitments. And it's coming to fruition because you're going to finish it. Strong finish. Strong faith. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you heard. Yeah, I want you to sow into this word. Challenging word. Word that's going to shake you out of lethargy, out of being a liability, out of taking L's, moving you from losses to learning and to lessons. I want you to sow into the word that you've heard. I want to challenge you to sow even now. I want you to sow where you grow. I want you to sow where you soar. I want you to do that. You can sow electronically Cash App, $ Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail. I want you to do that. I want you to sow where you soar. I want you to sow where you grow. It's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow a seed that says, listen, I'm going to finish. I want you to sow a seed that says, I'm going to complete it. I want you to sow a seed that says, I'm going to connect my words with my works. I'm going to work this vision. I'm going to work this plan. I'm going to be a man of action. You're going to be a woman of action that sees the vision to fruition. Yeah, so even now. We've been having a super conversation. I want you to drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Sow where you grow, sow where you soar. Thank you for sowing. The link is in the chat. The link is in the description of this video. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you for sowing electronically, $ Access Identity. Thank you for sowing PayPal. Thank you for sowing Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail. Thank you for the super chat and the super sticker. Thank you for it. This is your season of harvest. This is your season of reaping. And you can't reap where you don't sow. You can't reap what you don't sow. I want you to sow a seed of strength. I want you to sow a seed of success. It's not as debt that you owe, a seed that you sow. And I believe that God's going to give you 30, 60, 100 fold in your life. Exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. As you're sowing your seed, I want you to name your seed. Maybe somebody's sowing that seed and saying, listen, this is a seed to where I'm committed. This is a seed to where I'm going to see it to fruition. This is my completion seed. This is my finish seed. It's my finished season. It's my seed of seizing in the season. Family, one of the greatest gifts a teacher can give you is speed, and that is because they're able to boil down what they've learned in decades and give it to you in days. I want to teach you what I've learned in decades and give it to you in days. To get better speaking, to get better coaching, to get better training, to grow in your spiritual gifts, to grow in your purpose and your emotional intelligence, your relational intelligence, to grow in your greatness, to develop holistic healing. And here's what you got to do. You got to be in a community that evolves you, that betters you, that blooms you where you're planted. Iron sharpens iron. Once you get in a community that sharpens you, come on, family, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. I'm talking about the Eagles community, where we increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence. Simply because you have a marketplace mandate, you have a ministry on your life. And here's what you need. You need the right teacher. You need the right community that's going to bring about the right type of transformation in your life. I'm talking to those who are serious, not just those who are curious. I know a place that has the right teacher. I know a place that has the right Eagle accountability partners. Eagles, empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. I want to boldly say that I want to be your teacher. I want to boldly say that I want to see you in our Eagles community. I want you to go right now. Yeah, go right now. You can join us even tonight. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. For the next 6 of you who put in the word SOAR at checkout, I'm giving you access into our community. And you can thank me later when you put that code in. I want you to be a part of the right tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I want to see your face in our digital space. Go right now, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. Use the word SOAR. Come on, family, type the word SOAR in the chat. SOAR. That's what you're getting ready to go to another dimension. You're getting ready to soar above what it is you've gone through and what you've been through. If you're not a member of our YouTube channel, tap the join button on this channel to get access to our membership only area. Connor's Corner. That's what it is. Yep. Once you get access there and You'll see all the content that is there. VIP, OQP, royalty. Go get a badge now. Family, In the Mix is out of time. But y'all know I'm not out of truth. I got class tonight. Got to get there. So I want to thank you for rocking me on. Thank you for rolling with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. Yeah. Riding, rocking, and rolling. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we do that each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday. For In the Mix. Yeah. Right here on our YouTube channel, and then also on our social area sites, our satellite sites as well. As you're here on the YouTube side, I need you to hit the thumbs up button. Come on, family. Hit the thumbs up button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. While you're hitting the thumbs up button, don't be a ghost follower. I need you to hit the subscribe button. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel. Yeah. Follow me on all the social sites at EddieConnorJr. Come on, family. Put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, please reach out to me. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, look no further. I'm the man for the job. Invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make progression. Invite me via email, info@EddieConnorJr.com. Come on, email me there, info@EddieConnor.com. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother, and I mean that from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know, brother, gotta run. But I want to thank you for being with me today. It's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. I'm committed to being here with you. And I want you to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter. Peace and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. So what's your ETA? Your destiny is waiting for you to launch into your next dimension. You know, I realize one of the greatest gifts that a teacher can give you is speed. What do I mean? They can take what they've learned in decades and give it to you in days, moments, and months, and give it to you and instruct you in minutes. This is exactly what I do in my Eagles community. I want you to go to theeaglesacademy.com right now to get access to my private mentorship group where I coach, teach, train, mentor you to transform your thinking by increasing your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You need to know that you were created to soar into more and become more. I want to be your coach. I want to be your tour guide to help you to navigate the landscape of your potential and take you to a place within yourself that you can't go by yourself. It's your time to move into new realms of abundance, to reimagine, reshape, rethink your life, and influence your future through your spiritual gifts, development of your purpose, the emotional intelligence, relational intelligence, business acumen, to maximize your marketplace mandate, and so much more. And our Eagles community is where we learn, we lead, we laugh, and we love on a greater level. I want you to aspire higher with us. Get your wings to win, and let's soar into more at theeaglesacademy.com. Can't wait to see your face in our digital space.